The ORAs are exactly what I was looking for, the perfect balance between design and quality audio. Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here from Waltz, and today we're taking a look at the brand new, freshly released Kanto ORA speakers, and these are designed to be desktop speakers in lieu of the U2s, but just more kind of catered to that desktop use. In this video, we're going to talk about design, connectivity, and audio. And by the end of the review, let us know what you guys think about the ORAs down in the comments section. There's a lot to cover, so try to keep along. As far as the ORA's dimensions, we're looking at a width of 4 inches, height of 7.25 inches, and a depth of 6 inches, which is about the size of a medium iced coffee. I really like the minimalistic design here. I think it's really going to complement a lot of different kinds of setups, whether it's a gaming, a work, or any type of like studio production. I think it's just overall, the minimalistic design is well matched for anything. And the woofer and tweeter cone, I think, blend well nice together, and it pretty much takes up just about every inch of space on the front of the speaker, which could explain why such a small speaker could pack such a punch. And the knob on the front for controlling the input or the audio is very nice and sturdy. This is something that, you'd probably see a lot of brands cut corners on, but Kanto has not, and I can really appreciate that because it's one of those things that's very easy to forget about, but it's nice that they had, a well-engineered knob. And they also come with not a 1, but a 2-year warranty, which is above the standard for most consumer electronics. Now, Kanto did send me the S2 and the SE2 speaker stands to see how they would look. Both pairs fit perfectly for the ORAs, and one thing I really want to talk about is the build quality of these stands. They're very solid, they have a nice finish, and then an enormous amount, or I should say generous amount, of a non-slip / scratch resistant rubber padding on them, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up the bottom of them. And that's something that you might have to worry about if you're just going to place them straight up on your desk. So definitely look at getting some of these stands, because I think 1, the aesthetic, and 2, the usage. They don't move. I think they're great stands. And if you're not a huge fan of how the stands look, which I don't understand why, but maybe you're not. If you're not, that's okay. They have rubber feet that you could put on the bottom of the speaker as well. I think they'll look, okay on the rubber feet, but obviously the stand, in my opinion, looks a lot better. Now, I did set them up on my work computer for a few days just to kind of see how they would work with the stands, and I chose the SE2s, the slightly taller ones, just because I am kind of close. I'd have them placed close to me in my particular setup because of my monitors, so having them up a little bit helps kind of create that soundstage, in my opinion, better than the smaller ones do. But if I had, them up on a higher shelf or a little bit farther back, I'd probably use the smaller ones. Now let's talk connectivity. For connecting the ORAs, you're going to have 3 main options: Bluetooth, USB-C, and of course RCA. Now with Bluetooth, I did notice that the range was really good. We pretty much walked across the whole entire store and had no interruptions, and this is partly due to that Bluetooth 5.0, the latest and greatest Bluetooth version that you hope to expect in consumer electronics. This is what I used to get some of those shots of the woofer and the music playing through the speaker. I think it sounded great. There was no interruptions, and I can't really say enough good things about it. The second option for connections is going to be USB-C, and this is going to be great for those of you who plan on hooking them up to your computer. This is exactly what I did. I used the USB-C cable, and it just plugged in and automatically set up its own, device in Windows, and I really had to do no work other than switch inputs from my headphones to the ORA speakers, which is nice because, I don't have to share that audio jack with, my headphones and unplug them and plug them back in like I was doing with my previous speaker. So very cool that you can have that USB-C connection act as another speaker rather than having to, switch between your headphones and your speakers. And the last connection is going to be RCA. But you do not have a phono here, so if you're going to run a turntable and use it like that, you're probably going to need to find a, turntable that might have preamp already, or just buy a preamp, or you might already have one. And, they have the left and right there for you to use, but you do have to amplify it. So it's, it's kind of like, I don't want to call it bare bones because it comes with a lot already, but it wasn't really designed to be a turntable speaker. You have a turntable, you can use it, and that's great. They've added that functionality, but, it's kind of on your terms, which I like because, if they made that able to take, with the phono. I don't know if they could with how small it is, but if they did, then you would have to pay more for it. And, I think they kind of balanced that out and made a good decision there. Now, something else that is even cooler in my opinion is that the ORAs actually have a sub out. Now, Kanto does actually make a sub 8, and it's an 8-inch subwoofer that you can connect through this. They recommend you use that, but you can use another sub because it does have a crossover network that automatically kicks in at 100 hertz. Me personally, the way I have it set up, and I don't have too big of a room, I think I'm going to be okay with the 8-inch sub, and that's probably what I'm going to use. But if you already had a sub laying around, you could definitely plug that in. And if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Now, let's talk audio. Now, I'm not a huge numbers guy, but I understand some of you may be, so I'm going to read through the specs real quick. Hopefully you can keep along. It's got a 3/4-inch silk dome tweeter, a 3-inch paper cone magnetically shielded woofer. The amplifier type is a Class D bi-amplified. It's power output of 100 watts of peak power, 50 of total RMS, 9 watts of RMS per tweeter, 16 watts of RMS per woofer, and a 70 hertz to 22 kilohertz frequency response, and a high pass low filter like we talked about at 100 hertz, which kicks in automatically. And one thing I did forget to mention back in the design was that it does actually have a mounting hole, so you could screw this in and hang them on the wall if you please. Now, as far as the audio goes, I think they sound amazing, especially considering the size. They have a lot more bass than I was expecting, and I would say more than enough for most people, but I really appreciate the fact that you have that option to connect a subwoofer in case you listen to more bass heavy music, like if rap is all you listen to, then you're definitely probably going to want to get a subwoofer just in general. It doesn't really matter what system you're going with. You really need that subwoofer just to handle those low frequencies. I noticed that, music with a lot of different musical elements and, instruments or sounds, bouncing left, right. I found that it was very, very crisp, and I could hear some things that, sometimes I couldn't hear with my headphones. And again, all this is very impressive for the size. I feel like Kanto really nailed it with their first desktop speaker. I can't find anything to be upset about other than the turntable phono, and I'm not a turntable guy, so it doesn't really bother me. So, in my opinion, that alone makes it an amazing product. Now it is time for the sound test, so we're going to end the video there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you're looking to pick one of these up, make sure you guys check the links down in the description. It really does help us out. Let me know what you guys think of the ORAs down in the comment section. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Feel that bass.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@waltz so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.